All right, man. Let's talk about Charles Barkley and Tony Dungy protecting Drew Brees, and also we're gonna talk about Jake Fromm's of the Buffalo Bills and used to play for Georgia Bulldogs. His racist text. So let's get into it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And Charles Barkley was on NBA TNT. They did the little, virtual little interviews, and he says that we shouldn't cancel Drew Brees. Now, I respect Chuck's basketball opinion, but some of his social opinions I don't respect. But what's so funny is the majority of these dudes that be buck dancing, dude, and that be tap dancing, they be from the South, bruh. At least up east and north and out west. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of understand why some people kind of get away from the racist shit, but in Mississippi, Alabama, still they dealing with segregation in some of those towns. They still dealing with a whole bunch of racism. I've been there. I stayed there. And for Chuck to be making these comments, but we shouldn't, and Tony Dungy too. We shouldn't. We need Drew Brees to say stuff like this. We shouldn't cancel Drew Brees and do this, that, and the third. But Michael Vick fought some dogs, and he's still apologizing for it to this day. They still haven't accepted Michael Vick's apology. But they can accept all the cops that killed black people apology. They accepted Amber Geiger apology on Botham down there in Dallas. They hugged him. His family hugged him. But Michael Vick still apologizing for some dogs. They accepted Kerry Collins' apology. He dropped the N-bomb in Carolina. He went on to head a New York Giants Super Bowl they lost to the Ravens, but he went on and had a career. Riley Cooper dropped the N-bomb. Black people and white people in the NFL forgave him. Two racists in the NFL who dropped the N-bomb one in the locker room, Kerry Collins, and one, at a concert, drunk, and two people tell the truth, a kid and a drunk. He dropped it. And we forgave them, and they went on and had careers. But Colin Kaepernick can bring up a nonviolent protest and bring awareness to what's going on, and it's still prevalent years later. But he canceled. Just let you know. They canceled Kaepernick. Why we can't cancel Drew Brees? For being part of the problem. We know Drew Brees is part of bigotry. He from Texas? Went to Indiana. Come on. We shouldn't cancel. They cancel us all the time. Kevin Hart still canceled from hosting the Grammys or whatever it was, the Academy Awards. He's still answering to some tweets he made a decade ago. It's still certain things Kevin Hart can't do, even though he the top probably earning comedian out there right now. It's still things he can't do. He's still limited. Off of some tweets he made over a decade ago, or however how long it was ago. Every time Kevin Hart about to get into a position of power, higher than what they want him to be, they bring up those tweets. He get pushed out of it. So why we can't cancel Drew Brees? Why you up here protecting Drew Brees, you and Tony Dungy? Why? Because them people at the top say, hey, we need damage control. We need our whipping boys to come down and do damage control. Black people don't respect Charles Barkley's opinion on stuff like this. And now we not respecting Tony Dungy's opinion. Same guy that defended Bob McNair for saying those comments about the inmates can't run the state asylum and run the prison. Straight racist. Rest in pieces. Bob McNair. We know what time it is with Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, we don't value his opinion. We don't care what Charles Barkley say. Do we? No. Charles Barkley ain't no leader of black men. He ain't the leader of his household, probably. I respect his basketball opinion. That's as far as it go. He crack a funny joke here and go. I like they showed us as far as it go. But yes, we can cancel Drew Brees because they cancel us at a drop of a dime. They cancel every time Kevin Hart about to get a big job. They bring up that shit canceled. Michael Vick got canceled for some dogs. He still years later, however long, he's still fighting that. He's still trying to shake that. Can't shake it. They canceled Kaepernick for standing up. So why can't we cancel Drew Brees? Fuck Drew Brees. And fuck anybody wearing a Drew Brees jersey. If your mama wearing it, fuck her too. And Tony Dungy, you cancel too. You a whipping boy. You forgot how Tampa Bay pushed you out. John Gruden won your Super Bowl. Come on. No respect. Oh, we need to use this as a learning experience. Why we couldn't use Kaepernick as a learning experience? Look what they doing to Cam Newton. Even though I don't respect Raccoon Newton, look what they doing to him. He played by the rules. Look how they doing Dak. He played by the rules. He did what Jerry said did. And look at him. We still fighting oppression in the NFL today as far as our quarterbacks, as far as the general managers and head coaches. Come on, man. It is what it is. But, hey, if you're willing to throw your integrity away for some money, I'm not mad at Chuck and Tony. I just don't respect you as black men. Y'all clear people to me on subjects like this. And we know why Tony Dungy keep getting the jobs and keep getting the positions he in. No more respect for Tony Dungy. I don't care if he's from Jackson, Michigan, or ain't Detroit. I don't respect him no more. And I've been everybody been stop respecting Chuck. You know what I'm saying? I am not a role model. We get it. All right, Jake Fromm, okay? Jake Fromm has said that some text came out that his friend posted. He said that they should make guns high, and I put the tweets on the screen. They should make the guns very expensive so only white elite people can buy them. At the end of the day, you do know there are wealthy black people. Byron Allen, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Ice Cube got a lot of money. Pete Diddy got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Robert Johnson that used to own BET and the Charlotte Bobcats, he got a lot of money. He do understand that there are wealthy black people who got money. There are wealthy black people that do things that's not so good. They got a lot of money to buy guns. He do know that you can buy guns on the black market and, you know, basically get the serial numbers and all that shit rubbed off the bullets and rubbed off the gun and all that. So at the end of the day, that was a tasteless joke. He should not be in the NFL. Now remember, we got a few people that have some racial history that's in the NFL. Richard Sherman, you know, at the end of the day, he didn't condemn or he didn't get at Nick Bosa for all the racist stuff that he said. Josh Allen was integrated into the Buffalo Bills locker room. He leading that team. I forgot about the racist tweets he said at 15 years old. Y'all think Drew Brees is an isolated incident? Look at Josh Allen, look at Jake Fromm, and look at Nick Bosa. And his brother Joey Bosa too, probably. Got to be. Birds of a feather flock together. That's his brother. You know what I'm saying? And don't none of these NFL players gorilla check them when they come into the locker room either. All they do is put their head down. It's racist coaches out here. What did Matt Patricia tell Darius Slay? Told him stop sucking another man's private area. And this nigga started crying. What a clear cop code that man out there beat that boy ass. Straight up and down, all up the coaching room. Would have pissed in the cup and threw it in his face. He would have had to fight then. But you know what? That's a product of not having a strong union. That's what that is. That's a product of knowing you a slave to your trade. So they're not going to call for Jake Fromm shit. Jake Fromm apologized. People around the white America, people around black America, Latin America, they're going to forgive him. Every time. And 2 times on Sunday. Meanwhile, Michael Vick still apologizing. Kevin Hart still apologizing. Cam Newton ain't got a job. Dak still begging for his money. And them 2 brothers right there played the game the right way. They shied away from social issues. They stood when they was told to stand. They kneeled when they was told to kneel. They locked arms when they was told to lock arms. You feel me? You can play the game the right way. You can play the game the wrong way. At the end of the day, Kaepernick is still the end of the road. You know, how many black people you seen, you know, holding a job for years in the booth like Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels in the NFL? Not too many. How many black quarterbacks they offered a job that they want to pay $1.5 million and Romo to have on ESPN on Monday Night Football? How many? Did Warren Moon get a call? Randall Cunningham get a call? Michael Vick get a call? None of them got a call. But Drew Brees got a job when he done. But hey, at the end of the day, Jake Fromm said only elite white people should have guns. You know what I'm saying? That was an ignorant statement, man. But everybody gonna have their opinion. But they're not gonna kick him out the league for that statement. We know that. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Let me know what you guys think about these topics. Want to make a donation? Cash App, PayPal in the description. All our links in the description for social media. Best way to donate is share the video. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.